Does it feel like the world is rigged against you? Like every time a brilliant idea sparks inside, it hits a wall built by tired industries stuck in their old ways? You're not just frustrated because the market feels cold, or because customers don't get it. Number. You're furious because those ancient business models weren't built to serve people like you or your customers. They serve the system. The system that rewards the loudest, the most entrenched, the safe choices. The ones that kill innovation and spit out sameness. That slow grind of business as usual isn't just annoying, it's suffocating. Every second you spend banging on that wall feels like a betrayal of your own vision. It's a bleeding wound on your startup's soul, and it's time to rip that bandage off. Right now. Traditional markets don't work because they design for what is easy, for what's predictable, for what fits their spreadsheets. Here's the truth nobody tells you. The biggest reason that fire inside never fully explodes, and the reason traditional markets keep choking new ideas, is because they built their foundations ignoring the one thing that truly matters: the customer. Not just customers as numbers or data points, but as real, messy, complicated humans with pains, hopes, dreams, and fears. That's why those markets are collapsing. But here's where it gets savage. You want to destroy that old system? You don't just need a better product, you need a mindset explosion so powerful that it pulls every instinct inside you into a relentless obsession with people, not profits. Customer-centric design isn't just a nice-to-have strategy. It's the nuclear bomb that shatters the old guard into dust. Forget features. Forget hype. Your startup lives or dies on whether you get your customer more than they understand themselves. So stop guessing. Stop hoping. Stop falling for cheap hacks. The world needs founders who hunt pain with the ferocity of a predator. Find the gnawing problems your customers aren't even talking about yet. The frustrations that keep them awake at night, gnawing at their confidence, making them question everything. Those hidden cramps in their daily lives. That's your battlefield. Tear into those issues with brutal honesty. Map their emotions like a cartographer of agony and hope. What makes them feel powerless? What do they despair over but dare not say? Your product has to be the medicine they don't yet know they need. But here's the kicker. Just knowing their pain isn't enough. The market doesn't reward empathy alone. It rewards action that turns empathy into obsession. You must build every step around their experience, but not just smoothly or nice to use. It's got to feel like you're breaking down walls for them, smashing old barriers, and dragging them from frustration into freedom. Design every touchpoint like you're rewriting the rules of human connection. Make them feel seen, heard, and even defended by your product. This is not a game for the faint-hearted. You have to be ruthless about every flaw that could make a customer hesitate or walk away. Test relentlessly. Iterate obsessively. Fail faster than anyone else dares to fail, because each failure is a burning signal that you're honing in on what truly matters. Now, listen close. This isn't just about creating a better product. This is about becoming part of a movement that demands the world itself shift. Traditional markets are collapsing because they ignored individuality, they crushed creativity, and they rewarded mediocrity. But you must be the anomaly, the rebel who builds a network of connection as powerful as steel. Connect not just customers, but your team, your partners, your investors in a web that feeds off shared purpose, fierce passion, and radical transparency. The future is made by those who don't just sell products. They pull people into a shared vision of becoming. Your customers should feel they're not just buying from you. They're joining a cause, a revolution against business as usual. Here's a brutal truth for founders drowning in noise. You will face resistance, not just from competitors, but from the system itself, from investors stuck in old thinking, from your own doubts screaming inside. But that pain is the price of pushing boundaries. To survive and thrive, you must embrace one rule above all. Build with the customer at the core so tightly that every decision screams their name. Let their voice be your lightning rod. When you do this, you don't just create products. You create arms and legs of change that disrupt industries, tear down old hierarchies, and build new markets that breathe life. Your startup doesn't deserve to be another face in the crowd. It deserves to be a spark that sets fire to old market rules. This is why the customer-centric revolution isn't about following trends. It's about leading with relentless compassion and brutal focus. Take off your investor's blinders and your executive suit of dullness. Become obsessed with the one thing that no algorithm can fake: people's raw human frustration. Hunt those pain points down with surgical precision. Create solutions that don't just meet needs, but exceed expectations in ways that leave your competitors scrambling in dust clouds. Measure success by how deeply you can embed yourself in the life of your customer, not just their wallet. This isn't a fantasy, it's a roadmap. Start by listening like your startup's life depends on it, because it does. Use interviews, use analytics, use anything that gets you closer to the real emotions behind the clicks and purchases. But don't stop there. Translate those emotions into design choices that disrupt lazy market norms. Inject surprise, add delight, remove friction. Every pixel, every word, every feature must scream customer first. Then, push your entire company to live this obsession openly. Break down silos. Make sure the customer is everyone's job, from sales to engineering to marketing. That's how you build a culture so customer-centric that disruption is inevitable. And when you launch, don't expect applause from the old world. Expect pushback, expect doubt, expect resistance. Your job isn't to fit in, it's to shake up the foundations until the dinosaurs either adapt or fall. Build alliances with your users, turn them into evangelists who feel your product is part of their identity. Create communities where they shape your future iterations. This is not a game of transactions. It's a war for loyalty, trust, and change. Finally, remember, these are the times that belong to the restless, the bold, the ones who refuse to accept limits placed by yesterday's broken world. If there's a fire inside demanding more freedom, more growth, more real impact, customer-centric design isn't just your weapon. It's your manifesto. Use it to break every chain that's meant to hold you and your startup down. Disrupt the markets that think they own the future. Because when obsession with real people drives every choice, the old world crumbles and a new one takes shape. This is your call. Answer it with everything you've got.